Assalamu alaikum. Today we will discuss two questions, question number 13 and 14. Assuming that the number of marks scored by candidates is normally distributed. So first of all, we should know the word normally distributed must be there in the statement. It means the our variable is related to the normal distribution. Find the mean and the standard deviation. So two values of the parameters mu and variance, mu and standard deviation are unknown. If there are two unknown values, then you have to given two equations related to the probabilities. If there is one unknown value, then you must have single equation to solve the unknown value of the parameter. So random variable is normally distributed. Underline the word normally distributed. The number of first class students 60% or more. So we also underline this 60% or more marks. It means our variable having value 60% or more is 25. So 25 is the number of students. So this is the count of the students. Count of the students, not marks of the students. It's the number of students. The number of failed students. Next one is given failed students. And the failed students are 90. So these are 90 students who are going to be failed because their marks are less than 30%. So criteria is of to be failed is less than 30%. वो स्टूडेंट्स जो फर्स्ट क्लास के हैं उनके मार्क्स 60% या उससे ऊपर हैं और वो स्टूडेंट्स कितने हैं 25 और वो स्टूडेंट्स जिनके मार्क्स 30% से लेस हैं वो कितने हैं वो 90 हैं 90 और 25 आपको काउंट दिए हुए हैं स्टूडेंट्स के और प्रोबेबिलिटीज नहीं है एक्स की वैल्यूज नहीं है and the total number of candidates appearing for the examination is 450. So for the solution, now we will write x is normally distributed with mean mu and variance sigma square. Variable is marks of the students Next is mu unknown, so we can write it as mu is equal to question mark. Next, variance is unknown, so and standard deviation is going to be fine, so standard deviation question mark. These are two unknown values. Now we have given very important thing, the total number of students are 450. We must know one thing here, that the frequency related to any category is obtained by multiplying n by n p probability, where n is the total number of students, p is the probability of those students who lie in any range, and the count of that range is denoted by f. From here we can write probability is equal to f over n, f divided by n. This is our normal density curve. One point is at the right tail, because 60% and more students are only 25. So count is here 25. So only 25 students are here. We can write it here 25 students out of 450. And this point is 60% and more marks. 60% or more. Therefore, we can obtain this shaded area 25 divided by 450. This would be the shaded area. The probability can be obtained by the use of frequency and total number. So we can write here P is equal to 25 by 450. So this is the fraction of the students who lie in this area. And for the students who got less than 30% marks, and students got 30% marks or less. So we will write here 30%. So this point is 30%. Now we can obtain probability by dividing the number of students who lie in this area less than 30 by 450 total number of students, and using this probability, which is equal to 0.2, and we can write the shaded area here is 0.2, and the shaded area here is equal to 0.055. So both probabilities are given, both points are given 30% and 60%, and the tail areas are 0.2 and 0.055 respectively. So using two equations, we can find the value of unknown value of parameters. First equation can be written as probability x less than 30 is equal to 0.2 from the left tail, and from the right tail probability x greater than 60 is 0.0555. So using these two equations, you can find the values of mu and sigma, and the answer is mentioned here 12.32 and 40.37. Whenever there are two unknown values, there should be two equations to get the unique solution of the parameters. Next part, B. A marketing organization grades apples into three sizes: small, diameter less than 60, medium, diameter between 60 and 80 mm, and large, diameter more than 80. A certain grower finds that 61% of his crops falls into the small category. So we will plot a point on the number line below which 61% area lies. So about starting from minus infinity to this point, area is 60%. Up to the middle, up to the mu, the area is 50%. So 61% must be on the right tail. So this area is 61%. And this area and the point where the small categories are starts is below 60 mm. So 60 mm is here 60 millimeter. The diameter of the apples is 60 mm. Now, one more condition is given, 14% into the large category. So for large category must be on the right tail, at the edge of the right tail. So we plot 14%, almost 14% must be here, and this point is 80, because the large category must have the diameter 80 mm or more. So 80 mm is the diameter of those apples who are categorized as large. So this point is 80 mm, and this category is called large category. This is large category and this is small category. And small category having the probability 61%, and large category having the probability 14%. So we will write here 14%. By using the information 14% and 80 mm, we will construct one equation, and by using 60 and 61%, we will construct one more equation, and using these two equations we can find the value of mean and standard deviation. We can write it as probability x, capital X, less than 60 is equal to 61%, 0.61, and the other equation is probability x greater than 80 is 14%, 0.14. So by using these two equations we can solve mu and sigma. And the C part of this question, the maximum temperature on June 1st in a certain locality has recorded and observed a normally distributed. So we will write here normally distributed. This is the first point to be noted. About 15% of the time it is exceeded 30 centigrade. So 30 centigrade and exceeded 30 centigrade, and 30 must be here, and exceeded means the point on the area on the right side of this point is the area right side of 30 is 15%. So we will write here this is 15%. Using this information we will construct one equation, and for the other equation we have 5% of the time it has less than 20, 5% and less than 20. So 20 is here, and less than 20 means you have to shade this area, and this shaded area is only 5% below the temperature 20. So it is 5%. Using these two information we can construct two equations, and using these two equations we can find the value of mu and sigma. In question 14a, a man cuts hazel twigs to make bean poles. He says that a stick is 240 mm long. In fact, the length of the stick follows normal distribution. So normal distribution is here, and 10% are the length of 250 centimeter or more, or more. So 10% is the shaded area with on the right tail. So on the right tail, this area is 10% and the point is 250 would be here. This point is 250. By using this information, that probability greater than 250 is 10%, while there is one more equation, 55% have the length over 240. So 55% is the area more than half, because 50% is 0.50 and 55 is more than 50. So 55% have the length over 240. So we will plot 240 here because 55% area is above this point. Over means the area which is going to be shaded is 240 up to plus infinity, and this area is 55%. So our point is here on the left tail. If this area on the upper tail is 55%, then below this point area is definitely 45%. So the area below this point can be written here 45%. So using this information, we can write here the two equations. First one in which probability is given x less than 240 is 0.45, and other is probability x greater than 250 is 0.10. So using these two equations, we can find the values of mu and sigma. The x is measured in centigrades. Mean and variance, mean and standard deviations are also measured in centigrade. Find the probability that a stick picked at random is less than 235. After doing this, we can find the probability of those sticks that x is less than 35. Now we have to find this probability. And the B part is straightforward question. The 90th percentile of the normal distribution is 50. So using the figure, 90th percentile is definitely on the right side. Here is the 90th percentile, and the area below this point is 90%. So we can write here the minus infinity to this point area is 0.9. If this area is 0.9 and the point on the number line x is 50, so we can write here this point is 50. So using these two informations, we can find the equation, and the other equation is the 15th percentile is 25th. So 15th percentile is on this tail, and the area below this point is from minus infinity to this point is only 15%. So we will write here this area is 15%, and using this information 15% and the point 25, so we will write here 25. So using these two informations, 25 and 50%, we will construct one equation, and 90% and 50, we will construct one more equation, and using these two equations we can find the values of the parameters mu and sigma, And in next part, what is the value of 40th percentile? So we will find probability x less than small x. We have to find small x is equal to 40th percentile, means it is equal to 0.40. By using this information, we can find first the value of z-score, and then using the destandardizing x is equal to mu plus sigma z, we can find the value of x. X is equal to mu plus sigma into z. Sigma and mu both are obtained in the first part of this question, and z is obtained from this equation, and using all three equations we can find the value of x, and x is the 40th percentile of this distribution. These are the hints of the question 13 and 14. You can solve them these questions easily. Thank you for watching this video. Allah Hafiz.